Hello! We're excited to show you our native speech capabilities.
Where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these piece holders to get started.
Let's be brutally honest. On the surface, Mazatlán versus América is just another fixture on the bloated Liga MX calendar. But on October 25th, 2025, this wasn't just a soccer game. For anyone paying attention, this was a canary in the coal mine.
This was a high-stakes poker game played on a pitch, with the chips being broadcast rights, cultural relevance, and the future of the sports pecking order on this continent. The networks didn't just sell a match. They sold a telenovela, and millions from Los Angeles to Chicago tuned in.
We have to cut through the charade. The first layer is the David versus Goliath narrative. It's a seductive, easy-to-digest lie. Mazatlán isn't an underdog. They are a monument to modern football's soullessness.
They exist only because a boardroom decided Morelia was no longer commercially viable. Their purple kits are a marketing decision, not a legacy. Their desperation for a win against America was about achieving a desperate, fleeting sense of legitimacy.
For their owner, Ricardo Salinas Pliego, this was about proving his disruptive, brutalist vision for football management was a success. He treats clubs like assets. A victory here would be the ultimate vindication. My chaos works. Want a piece?
And then there's America, the Águilas, the New York Yankees of Mexican soccer, a club so intertwined with corporate media power that it's impossible to see where the team ends and the propaganda machine begins. Their trip to Mazatlán was supposed to be a formality.
But behind the confident smirks of manager Andre Jardine, a different story was brewing. The rumors circulating with increasing intensity in agent circles was that Jardine's locker room was fractured. A clash of egos between the Mexican veterans and expensive South American imports created palpable tension.
They weren't just playing Mazatlán. They were playing against the ghosts of their impossibly high expectations. A loss here, in a supposedly easy match, could give the board the pretext they needed to make a mid-season change, a classic America power play.
This brings us to the American angle, the real engine driving the importance of this match. The battle for the bilingual, bicultural soccer fan in the United States is the single most lucrative frontier in sports media.
This match was a meticulously crafted product for that audience. Notice the commentary. It wasn't about tactics. It was about corazón, garra, and the narrative of the struggle.
And it was a scouting combine disguised as a league game. All eyes were on Alejandro Sancudito Reyes, a dual national from San Diego. A stellar performance on a U.S. national broadcast could add millions to his transfer value and ignite a bidding war between clubs, Nike, and Adidas.
But the most delicious speculation involves the American private equity investors who sent scouts, not for the players, but for the club itself. They see Mazatlán's blank slate identity as the perfect entry point for an Americanized Liga MX franchise.
A decisive, thrilling victory over a giant like América would be the ultimate proof of concept for their pitch deck. The result of this game could literally shift millions of dollars in international investment. You think the players weren't aware of the men in expensive suits watching from the skyboxes?
We also cannot ignore the farce of the AI-driven predictions. ChatGPT and its brethren all pointed to a comfortable 2-0 victory for America, citing sterile data and metrics.
This is the ultimate fallacy of modern analytics. An algorithm cannot compute the pressure on a young player, the animosity in a locker room, or the desperate hunger of a club trying to invent its own soul.
The smart money, the real sharps, saw value in the chaos. They understood that the human element, the unquantifiable drama, made this game far more volatile than any machine could ever predict.
My verdict? The final score is almost irrelevant. This game was a symptom of a larger truth. Liga MX's future growth is inextricably tied to its ability to captivate the American market.
The conclusion?
The real winner wasn't decided on the pitch in Sinaloa. The real winner was the network executive who saw the ratings numbers, the agent who leveraged the broadcast, and the investor who saw a blueprint for the future. The beautiful game is a business. And on that Friday night, business, in all of its ugly, dramatic, and captivating glory, was booming.